The news just broke that Claudette Colvin, the woman who refused to give up her seat on the bus 9 months before Rosa Parks, has died at 86 years old. On March 2nd, 1955, Claudette Colvin, then a 15-year-old student at Booker T. Washington High School, refused to give up her seat to a white woman. In addition to protesting segregation in general, Colvin had refused for another reason that has to do with her friend, whose story has largely been left out of the conversation. In 1952, Jeremiah Reeves was 16 years old, and he had been involved in an ongoing consensual affair with a white woman named Mabel Crowder. That is, until she turned on him when they got caught, saying that he had raped her. Reeves insisted the relationship was mutual and consensual, but Alabama put him on death row anyway. They strapped him to an electric chair and tortured him into falsely confessing to committing not just the sexual assault against this woman, but a string of rapes that happened that summer. And it worked. Jeremiah gave a false confession that he later recanted. Montgomery NAACP got Thurgood Marshall involved, and they won a reversal of Jeremiah's conviction on December 6, 1954, when the Supreme Court ruled that the trial judge should not have denied the jury access to evidence of the torture the police committed against Reeves to get him to confess. The fight to free Jeremiah Reeves was the primary focus of the NAACP's efforts in that early 1950s time, politicizing Claudette Colvin into refusing to submit to the system that was persecuting her classmate and her friend. His case also moved Rosa Parks, who fought for his freedom alongside a young Dr. King. In many ways, Jeremiah Reeves was a spark that ignited the modern civil rights movement, and then that spark was made greater by the murder of Emmett Till. Jean Theo Harris, the author of The Rebellious Life of Mrs. Rosa Parks, said this in a 2013 interview. This was a legal lynching and parallel in many ways to the lynching of Emmett Till. There's many strands that bring people to the point that they get to launch this 13-month boycott, and certainly one of those strands is Jeremiah Reeves. Jeremiah Reeves was eventually executed by the state of Alabama on March 28, 1958, at 22 years old. He was a high school jazz band drummer, and according to Parks' biographer Joyce A. Hanson, a grocery delivery man. It appears he was also a poet. The black newspaper The Birmingham World printed several of his poems that he wrote in prison in its 1953 issue while he was waiting to die.